Hi, I'm Bill Magro. I'm an Intel Fellow and I'm our Chief Technologist for High Performance Computing. One of the things I do for Intel is lead our HPC cloud initiatives. Well, one of the things about high performance computing is that for a long time it's been equated with the infrastructure, high performance infrastructure, and the supercomputers, but at Intel we actually think of HPC in terms of the problems you're solving in the activity. And once you free yourself to think instead of the infrastructure about the problems you're solving, are you delivering intellectual insight? Are you working on hard problems? And when you apply more resources, do you get a more valuable result? Then it becomes very natural to think about how you can apply cloud to actually do HPC. But our session yesterday really was more, our breakout session was a lot more about something different, which is companies who are using the cloud to do things that really couldn't even be done on premise. So Descartes Labs, for example, is a geospatial company generating intelligence from spatial imagery going back decades. And every day they ingest terabytes of data, and they're able to identify things like global solar production from the solar panels, find storage tanks, do crop prediction, food supply issues. So tremendous amount of insight that's coming from being able to just harness the power of AWS storage, compute, and networking, along with the huge public data sets.
So it's a combination of scalable computing, task scheduling, HPC built on top of a tremendous catalog of data. So every day we have about 10 terabytes of data flow into our system. Data that did not exist yesterday. It's real-time observations of our planet. And that data is ingested and refined and then made available through our platform to build models of the world, both by our own internal data scientists and our customers who use our platform.
The other partner we had in the breakout with us is Maxar, and Maxar is a company who's doing global weather forecasting. One of their goals is to generate a 16-hour weather forecast faster than NOAA or the National Weather Service generates it, because this generates economic value for commodities traders if they can understand what's going to happen with the weather before it becomes public. It's also useful for humanitarian purposes, evacuating areas earlier if there's a hurricane or some other type of weather event, tornado that's coming. So they were able to, by moving to the C5N instances using the Intel tools, the Intel MPI and the Elastic Fabric adapter, to reduce their production compute time by a factor of 2. And then beyond that, take it down another 20% when they use the Elastic Fabric adapter. So in the end, they're able to, with 33% fewer instances, generate a result 20% faster than they could with just their previous generation on C5N, and achieve their goal of delivering a weather forecast faster for their customers than they could get it publicly.
We produced a similar forecast to NOAA. I didn't show it here, but we're running daily spatial correlations on all this data that we produce, comparing it to NOAA's data to make sure that what we're giving and delivering our clients is acceptable information that they can make actions off of. We cut the computational time versus NOAA by 50%, and we expect to actually just to continue this reduction in wall clock time. Technology is advancing in this space so quickly that once new instances come out, EFA becomes better, we can actually then just switch them in, leverage them, scale up our clusters, and run even faster than we are right now.
One of the amazing things about reInvent is just the energy level and the number of people here. The size of the show is amazing. I don't know how many people are here, but it's clearly in the tens of thousands. And what was so interesting is that even though this is a conference about web services, so many people are showing up to talk about high performance computing. We had the highest attendance in our breakout sessions that we've had, and we had a very engaged discussion with questions that ran all the way up to the end. So we're seeing it in the market data, we're hearing it from our customers, and we're seeing it here on the show floor.